Welcome to Unlocking Client Acquisition, your path to success by the Adaptive Human. Building up a client list, especially one that is loyal to you, is imperative when you are in the service industry. The problem always lies with how do you get that first client? How do you get that first person through your door? And then how do you build an empire from that first person? The first thing that you need to do is understand your audience. Very often, when we start to think about recruiting clients, we have an idea in our head that everybody and anybody can be our clients, when in reality, those are bad words. Everybody, anybody, somebody, someone. To make your marketing successful, cost effective, and also mentally effective, you have to do some market research. So when you have an idea of a service or a product, I know that this is geared more towards service providers, but sometimes they have products also. Start speaking to the people around you. Do Google researches. There's so many free tools that you can use online to help you to do market research. When you get your first client, ask them questions. Why did you choose me? Why did you choose this service? What makes you want to come back? You have to know your customers' pain points. For example, if you are a coach who helps with team building in businesses, when you look at the business, you have to know exactly why team building is important. Is it the type of business where creativity is key and people need to work flawlessly together? What happens if that's not the case in that particular business? You have to know what will sell to the person. What you assume will be their pain point might not actually be their pain point. Think of a water bottle. What job does the water bottle do for you? Why would you purchase the water bottle? Being thirsty is not really the pain point because you can stop at any corner store, any grocery store, or gas station for that matter, and buy something to drink. But why would you want to bring a bottle from home? So now you're starting to narrow down who your potential clients are. They may be people who don't work where they have access to purchasing water. It could be people who are scared and conscious for the environment. So they don't want to buy bottles of water. They want to buy something that they can use over and over again. And once you've started doing this market research, then you're ready to write what's called your value proposition. I offer the service that you offer to your target market so that the end result. I offer education to females who are starting in the service industry so that they can build profitable long-term businesses. That's an example of a value proposition. There's so many different value propositions out there. And if you have more than one target market, you can write more than one value proposition. Let's look at a big corporation like Toyota, for instance. They have different cars. Different people will buy their different cars. A big SUV that can go off-roading, there's a certain type of person who will purchase that, so they have a value proposition for that car. The minivan with many seats in it, again, same thing. They have a different value proposition because the person who is purchasing that car will be very different than the person who is purchasing the Toyota Corolla. So this is just one of many examples. If you wanted to look at the car industry, the value proposition for a Ferrari will not be the same as that for a Honda Civic. So you have to think of who your target market is, who your audience is, and then from there, you start to build what your value proposition is. And in all of this, you also have to think of who will be the first person to hire me? And not necessarily from your friends and family. Who will be the first client that I will get? That is called an early evangelist. Know how much it costs to bring in a client. This is something that not many people think about. When they're creating their marketing plans, they start to speak to everyone and anyone. The problem is, unless you have millions of dollars to put into a marketing campaign, you really need to bring it down. It can cost anywhere from $300 to $2,000 per customer to bring them in, depending on what industry you're in. You have your sweat equity that you put in, which could be networking, building connections, reaching out to people that you know, or it could be from cash inflow or outflow. You have to know your industry and your actual competition. If you are launching a consulting service, your competition is other one-person consulting service businesses. It will not be large consulting firms because they have a different marketing budget than you. They already have an established name. You don't. So how do you get your name out there? I was recently speaking to an interior designer, and she said, how do I figure out what my projections should be? Okay. How have you recruited your last clients? Through networking. Okay. How many clients did you recruit through networking? 2. Wonderful. How many networking events did you have to go to recruit those 2 clients? 2. So on average, for every client you bring in, you need to go to 1 to 2 networking events. We'll be conservative and say 2 networking events. So then you know that if you want to recruit 10 clients, then you need to go to 10 networking events, maybe even up to 15. So you have to know who will be at this networking event. Could it be someone that you can partner with? Could it be someone who can refer to you? Or is it just a potential client? You have to know the industry and you have to know the type of event that you are walking into if you want it to be successful by the end of the day. Building a presence is something that you either love, love, love to do, or you absolutely hate it. But what does it mean to have a presence? There's a great tool called Google My Business. You don't necessarily have to have a website to be on there. You can link it to an Instagram page or a Facebook page, but you have to have something online. We do live in a digital age where people will search for you on the website, will search for you on Instagram, on TikTok, on all of these different applications. Where are your clients? You should be where your clients are. Are they older? Then they might be on Facebook. Are they younger? They might be on Instagram. Are they in their early 20s? They might be on Discord. So you really have to think of where your clients are, and that's where you start building that online presence and that physical presence. Physical presence means go to events, go to industry events. Are you in the health field or in the beauty industry? Go to their trade shows, start meeting people, shake some hands, and that's going to give you a physical presence and an industry presence. You never know where your clients might come from. Social media is something where there really is a lot of controversy. Do you post once a day, once a week, 5 times a day, twice a week? And there are so many different opinions on this. I've had marketing specialists tell me not to post more than twice a week. I've had other marketing specialists tell me to post more than twice a day, to use stories, to use lives, to use pictures, to use words. There's so many different opinions and pieces of advice that I've gotten. At the end of the day, you have to know who your early evangelists are. How often do they go online? What type of ads do they like to see? How do you connect with them? If you're inviting these people to follow you on social media and then you're never posting anything for months on end, you will lose those clients. You will lose their interest. How do you connect with your first clients? Is it through social media? Is it through people that you know and then you bring them into social media? I know of a clothing designer who goes to events with a QR code for her social media. She meets individuals and she asks them to follow her if they've purchased her products, because if they've purchased her products, then they probably like her products. And that's the type of person she wants following her. We can't fall into the trap where we try to invite everybody and anybody to follow us on social media, because that will not bring you sales. Followers do not equal sales, and sales do not equal followers. And if you have to choose between the two, go for the sales. But leverage your social media to do this. Incite curiosity with the people. Ask them questions, get to know them so that they also get to know you. And you know exactly what to say to them so that they come back to you. This is probably my favorite part for service providers. Network and build partnerships. When you're a service provider, especially if you're brand new, if you're young, you probably don't have that many contacts, and it will take work in order to build your contact list. Go to networking events, go to trade shows, meet people, go to events. If you have a child, the amount of people you can meet at a school fundraiser, it's incredible. Go to charity activities. I met several clients volunteering at a flood relief effort when we had floods locally. And several of those people became clients in the long run, which was surprising, but it was also something that was fun. Build strong relationships, not only with your clients, but also with your potential partners. Relationships are really key because we refer to people that we like. And if you're offering a service, the person that you're offering the service to has to like you. This is something that is imperative. Unless you can create miracles in what you do, you really have to make sure that the people like you, that they connect with you, that they want to refer you, that they want to go home and they want to talk to all of their friends about you. And that's where relationships are really important because it makes you likable. And building a relationship isn't a one-way street, it's actually a two-way street. Just like you want them to know about you, you have to know about them. Do they have kids? Are they married? Are they divorced? Are they planning on retiring? Do they want to buy a house? These are things you should know about them because it helps to start conversations with them and to build links with them. So why do we suggest that you build your strong relationships? This is very easy because your early evangelists, those people who really will inherently believe in your service and have been looking for someone to offer the service that you do, they will talk about you if they've liked you. They will talk about you if they feel like you've built a good rapport with them. And they will start to refer you to the people that they know. And this is something that's imperative. I once read that in the alternative healthcare industry, 70% of your clients come from referrals. That's such a great number. The only problem is that you need to, number one, get that initial 30% to then refer that 70% to you. But you also need to build that relationship with your first client. You need to build that rapport so that when they think of you, or when somebody says to them, I need a new accountant. And they think to themselves, I have the best accountant for you. This person is fantastic. This person will really help you and listen to you. And they know what you need. And if they don't have the tool for you, then they know exactly who to send you to. That's how you want people to talk about you. They want them to talk about you as if not only are you one of the most knowledgeable people out there, but you're also one of the most attentive to what their needs are. And this is how you will get your early evangelists to help you grow. This is how you will leverage your current clients to build your future clients. You can throw in some marketing promotions in there, referral campaigns, rebates or prizes to help get new clients. Yes, but at the end of the day, they still have to like you and your service in order to send you new clients. Otherwise, they just won't send you people. Once you've built your strong relationship, you start to get the clients that you want. You start to get the business that you want, the income that you want, and then your dreams, your objectives, your long-term goals will start to become a reality. The client success cycle is a course that will really help you to create the tools that you need and the systems that you need within your business to help you build those strong relationships with your clients. It took me such a long time to learn things. And, there were days where I was frustrated and I couldn't understand why I wasn't building my clientele as fast as I could when a friend of mine said, it's so expensive to bring in a new client. Haven't you ever thought of keeping the ones that you have? And that's how I started to really develop my follow-ups. That's how I started to develop how I speak to my clients, how I rebook my clients, how I educate my clients on what their needs are and what they could be in the future. Because it's going through that process that the clients really started to trust me, to build that rapport with me, to build that relationship with me. And then I slowly became an inherent part of their lives. And I started to get so many people through referrals that my client list grew very quickly. And I became very successful. And so this is something that now I would like to help other people learn. This is something that took me probably 5 years to learn, 5 years to perfect before it just became an inherent part of my business, an inherent part of my cycle with my clients. And I want to share it with others. I don't want it to take other people 5 years to figure out these things. I'd like for them to learn right away so that they can become profitable in their first year instead of their third year. And that's something that I wish for everyone, not only service providers, but for everyone. But as a service provider, it is harder because your income is based on your service and on the time that you have to give that service. So you have to be more strategic about it. And you have to plan ahead, and you have to have systems that are well put into place. If you're a massage therapist or a physiotherapist or an accountant, when you're there sitting with your client, you can't be serving other people and you can't be marketing to other people through social media. So your only marketing tool is the person who is sitting there in front of you. And this is what the client success cycle does. It really helps you to build that relationship so you are marketing as you're sitting down with your client. If you buy it now and set yourself up to success now, the price is only $249. This is a steal. It's a course that comes with videos, and it also comes with exercise sheets. It will help you to really build your business, to build a strong client list so that you can live off of the referrals that your happy clients will send you. Follow the link to get started today. I'm really excited to hear how this course will help you to launch your business because the client success cycle will become your success.